Hey WhiskeyTube, my name is Mark. I'm with Northwest Bourbon. Kids are asleep, so that means it's bourbon o'clock. About 6 months ago, one of my buddies showed me a video from ADHD Whiskey called The 5 Bourbons You Need to Have Open on Your Bar at All Time. Now, a lot of the other WhiskeyTube channels have done it, almost all of you. The WhiskeyTube community has been blowing up over the last few months, and we've been really enjoying watching you guys as fellow bourbon enthusiasts. Now, where I differ from a lot of the other videos I saw, I did not see it as these are the only 5 bottles you should have. I saw it as these are the only 5 bottles, or that you need these 5 bottles open at one time. Okay, so out of your whole collection, have these 5 types of bottles open at the same time. You got your daily drinker, you got your Friday night pour, you got your special occasion, impress a guest, and a cheap mixer. Okay, so that's just different categories that you should have open at all times is how I see it. Not these are the only ones you should ever have, because that's ridiculous. Nobody ever wants to just limit themselves like that. So start out with the daily drinker. You guys laid down the ground rules for that one pretty good and solid. It's got to be readily available. You can't go to the store to get your daily drinker and it not be there. That's ridiculous, right? And it's got to be affordable. So that depends on your budget as well. It's got to be something that you just enjoy drinking, that you don't mind being a go-to on a daily basis, right? And so it's got to be something that is suitable for your palate, depending on where you are in your adventures with bourbon. Because if I made this video 6 months ago, it'd be a little bit different than it is now. Okay? So on a regular day, you don't want to get all super slammered because you got to get up and go to work in the morning. So I'm not going to be sitting there drinking some 130 something proof, barrel proof every night before I go to bed, because that's just not good. Okay, but a good cheap 100 proof like Evan Williams Bottled and Bond, it is a very well balanced, good cheap bourbon. I got this for $12.95. It's not a problem at all. But if you don't like something like that, maybe you want something a little better, you can always go with some Buffalo Trace. Solid choice. I like Maker's 46. That is my jam. You can't get much better than that. But when it comes to the staples across all the big distilleries, try them out, grab you a bottle, see how you like it, and find which one that you would want to go to for your daily drinker. If you want something a little spicier, a little bit smoother, a little bit more towards Elijah Craig or Larceny, Knob Creek, grab yourself something in that, $35 and under price point range. Okay, there's a lot out there in that price point, and you just can't go wrong with getting something that you love. Now, next one is your Friday night pour. On Friday night, been working all week. You want something that you really enjoy, but with me, I want to be drinking it all night. So again, I'm staying away from this super high proof because I can't drink that all night. I'll get retarded. That's not what I'm going for. So say, once again, you can go Maker's 46, or you can look at what I'm babysitting over here, which is Woodenville Double Barrel. Now the Double Barrel, it'll remind you a lot of Woodford Reserve Double Low, the Old Forester 1910, or the Heaven's Door Double Barrel, which I'm going to do a blind tasting with those 4 now that I think of it, because that just sounds amazing. But Woodenville being a local choice here in the Pacific Northwest, from what I've had from them, their double barrel here is by far my favorite. And you can drink it all night. It's not very high proof, and so it's not going to get you too slammered. You're still going to be able to wake up on Saturday and get stuff done. Next, let's go to impressing your guest. Okay? So if your guest is somebody who is on your level, or maybe doesn't know as much about bourbon as you do, then anything they haven't seen before is going to be impressive to them. So if you want to show them tubes, if you want to show them boxes, if you want to show them horses, they're going to be impressed with it and they're going to enjoy it because they haven't had it before. But if it's someone that's at your level or even knows more about bourbon than you do, then the horses, the boxes, the tubes aren't really going to impress them. You got to give them something that they haven't seen before, to where they're like, oh, okay, I want to try that. That sounds great, right? So get into that area from what you know from them, but it's going to depend on that person. Now, if they're a huge enthusiast and they've had all the Pappies and Old Carters and all that crazy stuff that I can't afford, let them try your infinity bottle. Okay? If there's a decanter or a special bottle that you just think looks really cool, like this is some like special Christmas edition of a Maker's Mark, so it's like ribbed and got crazy labels. I put a Jim Beam single barrel medallion on there, so you know it's not what's really in the bottle. So what I've been doing with my infinity bottle is every time I crack a bottle, I pour the first shot in there. That neck pour goes right in the infinity bottle, and it's good. It is good stuff. No idea what the proof is, but it's a kicker. You know, it's girthy, as the shelf turds would say. So let them try your infinity bottle, and I guarantee you it's something they've never had before, and it's probably going to be pretty good. So if you don't have one already, and you're getting your collection up, suggest you do that. Next, let's see, special occasion. So special occasion to me hits like a birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving, your ex-wife got arrested again. Anything that you want to just like celebrate and only comes around a couple times a year, if that. So it's got to be something sentimental to you, right? Like Christmas last year, me, my dad, my brother, we all got Angel's Envy glasses with our names engraved on them. And so I only bust this bad boy open at Christmas. My brother got me an old elk with my name engraved on it. So I'll only drink this on my birthday, right? But if there's another like super special, like I was saying before, those kind of super high expensive ones like the Old Forester birthday or the Pappy or something that is like, you know, the Wild Turkey Masters Keep, I'm only going to drink this like twice a year. That's what we're looking at as special occasion. You just have one of those open at a time, get through it, makes you feel like you're celebrating a special occasion, right? Alright, next is cheap mixer. Okay, guarantee, can't go wrong, cheap mixer, Wild Turkey 101, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond. They both got great flavor profiles. Wild Turkey 101 is going to give you a lot more oomph. The Evan Williams Bottled and Bond is not going to overpower your mixed drink too much. And so that's going to be fun. Great mixer, right? Now, I don't have a bunch of fancy fruits and syrups and stuff to mix my stuff with. So, if I'm going to make a mixed drink for you guys, I'm going to make a 1966. So when you and your buddy get together, you want to watch one of those good bonding buddy films, you know, like Silence of the Lambs or Nightmare on Elm Street or Cocktail with Tom Cruise, and you're sitting there watching Tom Cruise just go crazy flipping around. Like, dude, let's make a cocktail. Just grab your fancy shaker, throw some ice in it. Grab you some Old Forester 1920. Pour a shot in there. Then you get you some Maker's 46. I'm popping this bad boy for the first time, so I'm going to throw first shot in the infinity bottle. Because it's great like that. Throw that top on there, shake it around like you're Tom Cruise or something, go crazy, go bananas. Then grab yourself a nice Ben Shot glass. Shout out to Ben Shot for these fancy glasses that got shot by somebody. Pour it in there. There you got yourself a super fancy 1966. Now I know some of you guys are probably trying to take your boots off to check my math on that, but I checked. 1920 plus 46 is 1966. Damn it, that's just a great cocktail, right? No, hey, I need a garnish. Garnish. Bacon. You garnish it with some bacon because it's American. Oh man, that's good. That's just a good cocktail. Good mixer right there. Alright, so I'm going to end it with a bad bourbon joke. Let's see, what's this one? So a giant panda walks into a bar and orders a 1966 with a bacon garnish. That's a good choice. And then he asks the bartender for a sandwich. After he eats his sandwich and the bacon, he shoots the 1966. Then he pulls out a revolver and shoots the guy sitting next to him at the bar. The bartender yells, "What did you do that for?" The giant panda said, "I am a giant panda. Look it up." And walks out. The bartender, shaking, turns, grabs the dictionary, goes through, looks. Giant panda, large Asian mammal, eats, shoots, and leaves. It's a bad bourbon joke. It's a lot more where that came from. Alright, as you can tell, this is my first video. My sound probably sucks. Quality's probably garbage. But I'll learn how to edit one of these days. I know it's not rocket surgery. I'll figure it out. Have a good night. Keep your drinks wet.